guys. Can I get your thoughts on the results of the election from last night?
No.
No? Did you guys vote?
Yeah. Carney won, so
Is that a good thing?
yeah, it's a good thing
Why did you vote for Carney?
because he makes most sense out of people. So,
What makes the most sense to you from his policies?
I don't know.
Is there one specific policy that you were really interested in of his?
No.
Okay, thanks for your time.
All right. Bye bye.
Oh, I'm very happy.
You're happy?
Yeah, the
You're-
only thing is I wish that it would have been a majority government.
So you voted for Mark Carney then?
Yes.
Why did you vote for Mark Carney?
He's virtually a genius in finances and whatnot, and he has a lot of past experience. And right now, dealing with the U.S. and their president is going to require somebody with a lot of experience.
Pleased overall.
Pleased overall?
Pleased overall, yeah,
So you're happy Carney got in?
absolutely.
What was the important reason for you to vote for Mark Carney?
He comes across to me as somebody that is trustworthy, has a plan, both domestically and internationally, and those were two important points for me. And in the balance of things, I just had a more positive vibe from what he put out in the world.
Oh yeah. You voted?
Oh, yeah.
Are you happy with the results?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Surprising.
Surprising?
Yeah.
Why was it surprising?
Could have had a majority.
Could have had a majority. You were hoping for a liberal majority?
I think so, yeah.
What was the most important voting issue for you in this election?
I don't really have one. No, sorry.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry to see the NDP went down so drastically.
Yeah.
You were unhappy to see them go. What was the most important thing for you to vote for the NDP? Are you an NDP voter?
Yes.
Okay. What was the most important issue for you when voting for the NDP?
Medical, the things that they look after people rather than, they're out for the people.
Are you happy with the results?
Yeah.
What was your number one voting issue when headed to the polls?
Number one?
Top three.
Well, don't really have. No, I don't have anything.
So you're happy that Carney got in?
Yeah.
I was proud to see that everybody after the election were talking about working together and getting along. From what I saw anyways, it was a positive attitude.
Okay.
Quite disappointed. The Liberals ran a candidate here who had no ground game, and the Liberals have never won a seat here since the 1940s, so why even concentrate on trying to win a riding like this? And they really split the vote.
So you're unhappy about the outcome of the Nanaimo Ladysmith result?
Absolutely.
So you were happy with Mark Carney in charge?
Absolutely.
Was that your number one voting issue, dealing with the U.S.?
That, and you know what? His first 4 days in office when he took over, he did something for our great country that has never been done before in 30 years.
What's that?
They agreed to get all the provinces together and take out the border boundaries and borders and whatnot. So it's free trade right across our country.
Okay, was that important for you?
Oh, very important, yes.
What's your number one issue when you were voting in the election?
A balance between domestic and international challenges that we're facing now as a country.
Okay. What do you think about the levels of immigration in Canada under the Liberal government? You think it's a net positive for Canada?
I think overall it's a positive, and I think we live in an international, global world, and people are moving around, and people bring strengths and contributions to.
And you're happy with the results?
I'm happy with the results that everybody's planning on working together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, did you vote for Mark Carney, or or did you vote for someone else?
I'm not comfortable in telling.
I voted Green.
Green. Okay. Why was it important for you to vote Green? What's your most important voting issue?
The climate change and low-income housing.
Low-income housing. Do you think the fact that Canada is having a massive influx of new people, immigrants coming in here, that's contributing to the housing prices and the housing crisis in Canada?
No, I do not think that at all.
So you think that housing construction has kept up with the demand?
No, the housing construction has not kept up with demand, but the problem is in this country is that we have rampant inflation caused hugely by Trump's tariffs. We also have a lot of people just buying up houses to sit on as investments.
I think the housing market is a bigger issue than the number of people coming into the country. I think that...
How do we solve the housing affordability crisis that's happening in our streets?
Well, luckily that I, as one individual, don't have the answers for all of that. But I think we have to take a collaborative, cross-political view, work with each other to come up with some solutions. That's been building for a long time. It's not a recent issue. It's an issue that's been building in the country for certainly over a decade.
Okay, so the Trump tariffs were a very recent thing. So the housing crisis has been unfolding for like a decade. You don't think that mass immigration has contributed to that in any way?
I do not think mass immigration has contributed to that in any way, and I think you're trying to put a very negative context on Canada's immigration policy.
So you're happy with the levels that are currently coming in every single year?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you don't see any negative downfalls to that at all for the healthcare industry, for the housing? Not at all?
Not at all, no.
Okay. Do you think Canada's natural resource sector will boom under Carney, or do you think there might be some hindrance with his green policies, for example, for our oil and gas sector, our lumber sector?
I think they'll grow, and I think they'll grow in balance, because I think the green issue, the issues of greenness and environment have to be part of the balance. We can jump in to try to do short-term fixings, but if we don't pay attention to the long-term, we're going to be screwed.
Carney has said he would not repeal Bill C-69, which means no new pipelines. Do you think that's good or bad for Canada? The energy sector.
I think, from what I understand in the reading, is there's no hurry to do that. That what is there can be worked with, and we have to see what the markets how the market's going to respond to